when bomb fall and bullets fly over Burkina Faso. He was recently detained. They were doing this whole thing and it got to some point. Ibrahim Traore have to send a message, and this is the message he sent. The communication war have started. Mark my word. Watch these houses. From now till next month, there's going to be publication about how Burkina Faso, they're suppressing media over there. They pull out a trick. I'm going to open it for you. You are going to see on all of their platform from now on that there is a journalist arrested. The head of journalists in Burkina Faso has been arrested currently over freedom of speech. That is the message that is going to be all over. You are going to see people like this.
Most Africans trust the media. They believe journalism plays a vital role in keeping the government on its toes, according to the latest Afrobarometer report. But Burkina Faso is not particularly pleased with being held accountable. Since Burkina Faso's military leadership seized power in a coup, it has suspended numerous media stations, including us, Deutsche Welle, France 24, Radio France International, and Jeune Afrique. Their crime? Covering Human Rights Watch report that accuses the army of killing civilians in its battle against Islamist armed groups.
Yes, people like these ones, they will be coming out more. It's going to be all over. It started already. They are beginning to push out the narrative out. This is what they did. Let me break it down for you. It was intentional. They elected this guy as the head of the Burkina Faso Journalism Association and push him to do something in Burkina Faso. And knowing very well that that thing he's about to do will lead to his arrest. So that when they arrest him, then they can put it out there to raise the public attention that they are suppressing media in Burkina Faso. Relax. Let me break it down for you. So this man is in trouble. This guy is in trouble. Honestly speaking, there's a public call. He's a journalist. He was recently elected as the head of Burkina Faso Journalists Association. And in simple terms, this particular guy is funded by the West. All right. That's the fact. There's a question straight to his face. It's about Burkina Faso and the media. You know, when the president took over or the military took over, understanding how the enemy is trying to use the media against them and formulate and use the media to create confusion as they have been doing, the leader of Burkina Faso or the military leadership have decided to sanitize the system. Anybody that wants to express view in Burkina Faso, you must do it in solidarity with the fight that they are fighting, in solidarity with your country. You must do it with integrity, not doing it in a way that benefits the enemy, because the enemy always feed on the negative aspect of the country to create problem around the world, to turn the world against the country. So it has been one of the major fights in Burkina Faso. And people mistook the whole thing like Burkina Faso leader is standing against the media. No, it is not about standing against the media. It's about standing against propaganda. Now, there's a question thrown to this man's face and public call that this man should be sent to the front line where the soldiers are fighting. The question is that, is freedom of expression more important than national dignity? That's the question on board. As Burkina Faso fight for survival against terrorism, this serious question arises in the face of activities around this man. This man is part of the people that I told you in part of my video that there are some people who want to use the communication and media to create division among the people, and if possible, as they are ending the war of terrorism, then they will start civil war. And Ibrahim Traore made it clear that he's going to take action against them. But this time, the happiest aspect of it is that it's not Ibrahim Traore calling or making a call that he should be sent to the front line. No, it was the public. The public is calling that no, he should be sent there. Let me give you the details of what is going on. While the soldiers and volunteers risk their life at the front line or on the front line, I don't know which one is the right English. Is it at the front line or on the front line? I don't know. Some journalists, especially those trained in Western-funded programs, these people seem more focused on defending media rights than supporting the country during the crisis, making it look like they are suppressing the media. And one of the things they do is that they do it like they are advocating for the people to speak. When there is no security, how do you speak? You must first of all secure yourself before whatever you want to do, you do. The country is not secure. So the president and the leadership is trying everything. There are some soldiers at the front line. They are not concerned about speaking. They are concerned about making sure that the country, everybody is free and there is peace in the country. And you people, you are here behind your camera trying to create confusion. So this young man was, his name is Gezuma. Sanongo. Everybody that had this name, I mean, this guy disgraced you. Recently, he was elected as the head of Burkina Journalists Association, and he has been the center of this debate. Despite the ongoing security crisis, his main focus remained on media freedom. At the same time, he always avoided key national concerns, such as standing in solidarity with communities affected by terrorism. You don't see him there. His reportage is not there. You don't see him condemning foreign media that misrepresent Burkina Faso's military efforts. You don't see him recognizing the role of information warfare in the conflict, because Burkina Faso is not only fighting against direct terrorism, they are fighting against misinformation also. Now, the double standard of this guy and some of his colleagues, the irony is that Western media, which the journalists often follow, do not always uphold their own journalistic ethics. They don't, especially when their geopolitical interests are at stake. Many report about Burkina Faso amplify terrorism narrative, weakening national morale, ignoring the impact of foreign intervention in the country. So this man was part of that agenda, and he was criticizing, portraying the whole thing to look like the president, the military leadership is suppressing the people in the country. But you know, the Burkinabe people, they were also watching him closely. You'll be surprised what the people are proposing right now. It means that the people of Burkina Faso, they are not sleeping, they are awake. He was recently detained together with his deputy, and his detention actually sparked a heated discussion in Burkina Faso. Many citizens believe that instead of holding press conferences and criticizing unnecessarily in Ouagadougou, this journalist should be sent to the front line, or they should rather go to the front line to witness the war firsthand. They should rather use their time to report on the sacrifices of the soldiers and the volunteers who are fighting in this battle. You know, we have the soldiers at the battlefield and people who volunteer to join the soldiers. According to the Burkinabe people, true press freedom cannot exist without national security. And part of journalists like this, including Ghana, let me use this also, in Ghana, those of you who report for your NDC, for your NPP, listen to me. We need to understand and to be reminded. Let me remind you that our first priority and our first loyalty should be to our nations. The same goes to the people of Burkina Faso. All the journalists there, your first priority and loyalty should be to Burkina Faso, not foreign-founded ideas that overlook local realities. One of the reasons why the people are calling that he should go there to the front line is that they said when bomb fell or when bomb fall and bullet fly over Burkina Faso, his principle, he's together with his colleagues and Western colleagues and whatever it is that are claiming that they are fighting for media freedom and the voice of the people. Their principles won't protect a single child in Burkina Faso when bullets begin to fly. They should rather pick up the responsibility to report the truth while protecting national unity. The country needs media professionals who balance critical reporting and patriotic responsibility. Anything less will be betrayal of both their profession and their people. So the people are saying that since this guy, Gezuma Sanongo, is claiming that he is advocating for the people, he is standing for the people, then he should lead by example by joining the front line. Because you see, if we should talk about people who are standing for the people of Burkina Faso, are the people at the front line. These people are practically on the practical ground risking their life for peace to reign in Burkina Faso. Some of them go, they don't come back again. These are people who have the right to speak. Not you that will stand behind your camera being given money by the West and then you do whatever you have to do to create confusion in the country for your own personal gain. The black man is always his own enemy. They were doing this whole thing and it got to some point. Ibrahim Traore have to send a message, and this is the message he sent. Let me translate it directly. He said, some people, we are seeing videos. Some people have started using their cameras and voices to clean up the image of some officials that they know that they are corrupt, to make it look like the military are taking wrong action against them, trying to whitewash them because they've been funded by the West to do that. Burkina Faso, as we're speaking, is engaged in full-scale war against terrorism. And every citizen, this is according to Ibrahim Traore, he said, every citizen must take a clear stand. Your stand must be clear. There is no longer time for debate or theoretical discussion, but for real actions to ensure the nation's survival. And the people also agree with him that yes, actions speak louder than word. So Gezuma Sanongo, this young man who is the president of Burkina Faso's Journalists Association, since he has positioned himself as a strong advocate for the people, his commitment should be demonstrated through actions, not accusations. Instead of engaging in endless discussion, he should step into or onto the battlefield to witness the sacrifices made by the country's defense forces before he start talking. If not for these people at the front line, he will not even have the stupidity in his mind to be holding press conferences and trying to create confusion in the country. So this is exactly what is happening. It is not that Burkina Faso's leadership is standing against media. This is what they are planning to do, to pull it out there that they are standing against media. No. This is the reality on board. The president made it clear that Burkina Faso has chosen its path. The country has made it clear there will be no compromises in this fight. The enemy, whether armed or infiltrating political and media spaces, must be confronted with determination. And this struggle, every citizen has a role to play, and every journalist are no exception. So if you want to express yourself freely, nobody's holding you, but do it right. The media space needs to be sanitized. This war is not only being fought with weapons, it is also being fought through informations and public morale. So criticizing anyhow without actively contributing to the national effort only benefit the enemy. So the people are calling that it is time for him to stand by his principles, since he's truly standing for the people, as he said. Then he should go to the front line and stand for the people there. Because according to the leadership, they said whether they are fighters, politicians, journalists, or public figures, nobody should become a platform for the country's enemy. Instead, they should stand united in the defense of Burkina Faso and the building of Burkina Faso into a better Burkina Faso. I know somebody will be like, why? He's a journalist, he's not a soldier. I practically agree with the people of Burkina Faso. He should go to the front line and witness what is going on there. Then, I mean, maybe his brain will reset from there.